Hi. How are you? Good. I am doing great. So, who else wants financial freedom and security? That is the topic of the night. And the best way that I found it was using the Oola Green Gap. So, I'm just going to show off the book. And Oola, Find Balance in an Unbalanced World. You know what? I'm going to drop my link to get the book in the description. So forgot to do that. But what I want to say is I am excited. So this, as part of Oola, one of the 7 F's is finance. And you, you learn about your financial self as part of the full Green Gap. I'm not yet certified in Oola Green Gap, but the basics are in the book, and that's what I'm sharing with you tonight. And so the very first thing to financial freedom and security, I am not a financial planner, and this is the path that I took. I love this budget. Take it as you will. And so, anyway, step 1 for the Oola Green Gap is budget for the coming month and making 2 separate lists. So income in and income out. And after really processing this, I really think I could have used it when I was 20 years old, living paycheck to paycheck. And so what I mean by that is that for the week that paycheck came in, I would see what bills would be due. And then what you could do, so either do it monthly if you have a really steady income, or you could do it paycheck to paycheck, I think. Again, like I said, I'm not certified in the Green Gap, but I'm just going through the basics, which you can find in the Oola book. And so step number 1 is budget for the coming month, making 2 separate lists, income in, income out. Step 2, identify the gap. So income in minus income out. Step 3 is to maximize the gap. So if your gap is red, you need to make it green. So figure it out. Either reduce income or not reduce income, that would make it worse. Reduce expenses or increase income. So you might have to get a hustle job. Hustle job, DoorDash, Uber, Shipped, another part-time job, whatever, right? To get it from red to green. Or sell something in your house. That's another option. Or maximize the green gap. So you maximize from your income and your outgoing, right? Where can you cut on the outgoing and where can you make more income? Again, hustle job, sell something, things like that. Slice line item, slice things. Currently, my family has sliced Netflix, so that subscription is gone. The subscription to Ramsey Plus is now gone. Another subscription that is going to be gone is going to be Amazon Prime when that runs out. I think is in October. I got to keep that top of mind and double check when that date is so I can cancel before it renews. And so a lot of those mindless subscriptions are like, oh yeah, automatic renewal. So those are just things to think about to maximize your gap. So that's step 3. Step 4 is apportion the green gap. So once you have a green gap, right, then you apportion it 45% towards crushing debt, if you have debt to crush, right? 45% to investments and savings, if you have investments and savings. If you don't have your emergency fund, it depends on who you talk to. Sometimes it's $1,000, sometimes it's $3,000. What the Oola guys have said is that $1,000 mark is like 15 years old. And so really they recommend $3,000 for that baseline. Get that emergency fund. And then go build that emergency fund up to They say 7 months. That is their number. 7. You will figure that out quickly. So 7 months of income, and that could be a lot. And so when I looked at our emergency fund recently, um, it's not quite at 1 month of expenses. So then I needed to plan. Okay, what can I save? What can we save? What do we need to save monthly to make that happen, right? To get it up to a year or a month's worth. And then the next step will be, okay, what do we need to save to get it up to 2 months worth? And that way it's easily accessible in case something happens, because life happens. And so if life is happening to you and you don't have an emergency fund, that can be a problem, because not only do you not have a fund to fall into, then you have to get debt to make that emergency fund, or to make that emergency go away. And so then you've just added more stress. Step 5, repeat the other 4 steps every month. So that is something to be aware of. You rinse and repeat. Each month is different. Some months, if you get a steady paycheck, you're going to have 3 paychecks in a month. What do you do, right? If you don't have steady income, then maybe you do it every paycheck and go, okay, this is how much I expect to get paid. These are the bills that are due. What do I need to make happen? Also, this step of actually doing the budget actually helped me have a very peaceful, cash paid Christmas. I did not stress about cash for Christmas presents. I did not stress about putting Christmas on credit. And so that was wonderful. And so finding the green gap and applying the green gap has made life so much better. We actually have paid off 2 credit cards that we didn't plan on paying off um, in the last 5 months because of the green gap. So it's worked for us. And we've been doing a lot of other budgeting techniques, and they don't always work all the time. So, again, the 4 steps succinctly: budget for the coming month, income in, income out. Step 2, identify the gaps. Step 3, maximize the gap. Step 4, apportion the gap. And step 5, rinse and repeat. So, anyway, that is what I have found to gain financial freedom and security. Until next time, talk to you later.